Hey, what's going on? How was that? We made it with a minute to spare. How's everyone doing? This is not going to be a long one. Got things to do, but I want to talk about something really kind of funny and crazy about this. Meghan Markle thing is people are going nuts with this Meghan Markle thing. Like they're losing all types of sense. And uh, someone on Twitter, Jamel the Creator on Twitter, if you go to at Jamel the Creator on Twitter, I thought raised a great question. And it's kind of funny, like um there's so many of these people who are getting so much personal satisfaction. A lot of these black blue check writers and different types of people who really getting all this validation from Meghan Markle, and I thought this question was really good. Somebody asked this simple question. It's a Jamel the Creator on Twitter. He said, "Why isn't anyone calling out Prince Harry for being a colorist?" I thought that was kind of funny. Like Meghan Markle is what a lot of people who decry colorism would hate, but because she's convenient to the narrative, she's okay. And yeah, a lot of black men on that I noticed that get called out for being with the Meghan Markle. Prince Harry is kind of being lionized. I mean, this guy wore a Nazi outfit and everything, but it's just kind of funny. The kind of this is like a microcosm of a bigger problem, which is the lowest standards for white guys. I find it really funny. White guys really get get kid gloves in a lot of these discussions. Um, I just find that funny. Like men of color, even white women, get really kind of get run through the ringer on this stuff. But yeah, I found that funny. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Nice seeing you. Cool emoji. It's like a little bird waving. Yeah, but something crazy, and we're going to talk about this on the main podcast. If you're not a subscriber to the main podcast, please subscribe. Just go to patreon.com/champagne sharks. We have some cool people coming on. Kahinde and Andrews out of England is coming on, and I'm really excited about that. We did an interview with him, and yeah, out of the UK, he's got a new book that's fantastic. Definitely check it out. Actually, I have it right here. The New Age of Empire. Uh, he's coming on. He's coming on. Follow him on Twitter too. But I've been like a big fan for a while, and he was a great get. I was glad to get him. But yeah, go to patreon.com/champagne sharks to get all the podcasts. We've been knocking it out the park lately. I'm not gonna lie. We've been killing it. Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, Ryan, please do. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Hey, 2008 B. Scott, Colonel Cobra Gaddafi. Yeah, but so many people. I'm gonna collect some of the worst tweets in response to the whole the whole Meghan Markle thing. Like so many of these like black writers who give black men grief over everything, or are always complaining about colorism, are suddenly having like, the most lowered of low standards for this Prince Harry guy, and suddenly like letting 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 Meghan Markle reach this definition of blackness that they won't ever let that they usually won't let someone like that, like they would normally view her as erasure. I mean, that's one thing I like about that woman Chrissy on YouTube. I always say this. People are surprised when I say I really like Chrissy, but even though I don't agree on her takes, and sometimes she has a little bit of incel energy, she is intellectually kind of consistent to me. And like far as I know, she's not caping for Meghan Markle and stuff. And I have no problem if you do want to cape for Meghan Markle. She's a victim of racism at the end of the day. So I want to make clear, I'm not saying don't cape for Meghan Markle if you want to. But I just hate the inconsistency in how people just flip what they believe whenever it's personally convenient to whatever it is they're trying to say. Yeah, the Wakandans were the Wakandans were out of control. Yeah, the Wakandans really lost their mind with Meghan Markle. It's they're really making. Oh, damn, that's a mic drop right there. Can we just call it what it is? A whole generation of professional managerial class women who suffer from Carrie Bradshaw brain. Yeah, there's a lot of black women out there with Carrie Bradshaw brain who still can't get over the fact that, there weren't any black women on Sex in the City or girls, and they just still want that inclusion. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying if you are gonna, I'd rather like I just rather have some. I can appreciate some consistency better than like the hypocrisy, even if I don't agree with the opinion that you're consistent on. Like at least I know how how to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I know where you're coming from at least. But yeah, a lot of these people you can't tell whether they're coming or going. They're just all over the place. Um, couple of things I want to talk about real quick. Right. Um, handful of things. Let's see. Don't want to stay on too long. Hey Didi, how you feeling? Yeah. Oh, by the way, comment, like, subscribe, share. If you're in here and you haven't liked or comment yet, it takes nothing to like. It's free. It's free to like. So there's no reason to be in here and not hit the like button. Um, but check this out. Check this out. Black Lives Matter is running scared, and Ashley Yates, who was a on the ground in Ferguson. Mike Brown's father came out. Mike Brown's father came out. We might get Mike Brown's father in the show. I have a connection to do it. We might just do it. But he came out and he basically said they did nothing to him for him and his family, and he's mad at the 90 million that it was exposed that Black Lives Matter got, and he wants a check. He wants 20 million. A lot of people said that's a lot, and you know what? It is a lot, but 90 million in a year is a lot, and let's be honest, and this is the truth. If 20 million is a lot for Mike Brown's father to ask for, then 90 million is a lot to make off of Mike Brown years after Mike Brown in a single year. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would not be where they are if not for the death of Mike Brown. They would not be in a place where they can raise 90 million to begin with, if not. And I'll be honest, what did they do that warranted them making 90 million? Like, what tangible? And I asked this on Twitter. I said, people who hate Black Lives Matter already, the national organization, don't respond to this. I want someone who actually supports them and retweet it until we find someone. But I want to know, like, what did Black Lives Matter tangibly accomplished that makes rewarding them with $90 million in a year worthwhile? And nobody can come up with anything. And I said tangible, not raise awareness. That's not a tangible thing. If raising awareness doesn't lead to any action, doesn't matter, and not things that other people did, because they didn't cause any police departments to be defunded. Just because people said Black Lives Matter at protests that were going to happen anyway, that they had nothing to do with, doesn't give them credit for it. Hey, Pensieve of Door, how you doing? Yeah, so you saw, I finally appeared to my sister, so on the stream. Yeah, yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. But Ashley was on the ground in Ferguson, one of the originals, and she goes, "These people have got to be tired of the lies, consistent ignorance of community, and vague accusations that always lack specifics. This is what it looks like when you believe feigned victimhood will save you again from your lies." And yeah, I mean, the fact that they had to give because usually they don't respond to any of this stuff. They didn't respond publicly to the 10 chapters out of 40 that were in open revolt. They were able to ignore a lot of the stuff. The fact that they have to actually start addressing this stuff now, I think, really shows that this has to be gaining some kind of traction. You know what I'm saying? Uh, this this has to be gaining some kind of traction. I've never seen them kind of speak this openly to something. But Patrice Cullors said on this seems to be Instagram, I think. Last week I was lied on by my own community. She starts. I wish I had some music to put in the background to, after the crying. Let me see if I have any music saved. I don't think I do. I want to put some sad song music in the background. Unfortunately, I don't. I deleted all my music. Last week, I was lied on by my own community. I cried and I hurt and I confronted folks. The media, especially black media, reported on the lies. And this is the kind of thing with them. I've said this before. Black media is their friends and their buddies and their cronies. And I told you about the puff pieces they get. They've grown entitled to the idea that black media is supposed to be their PR wing, their PR arm. I mean, all media is like this. I can't just limit black media. And the stream we did yesterday with Katie Halper and Nathan Robinson and P. E. Moskowitz, we had that horrible op-ed from Washington Post about Biden and what a joke it was. It was total press release, but you should look at that one after this one. But yeah, it's not limited to black media, but I think it's even worse with black media because the white editors really don't really care what their mascots write. Um, the media, especially black media, decided to advance slander against me and my organization. And another thing, the black media is not really black media. The root, all these black writers are not black media. They're black people in white media. Like there is no real black media anymore. What black media is she talking about? Unless she means something like Black Agenda Report or something. But I doubt she'd even acknowledge their existence. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, what is she talking about when she talks when she talks about black media? Like what is she talking about? I don't know. The media, especially black media, decided to advance slander against me and my organization. Nobody investigated or asked questions. Instead, we lifted up right wing propaganda about BLM. They were going off your own statement. Um, Everything else that was done by the right wing or third party people, like videos I did, articles Black Agenda Report did. I mean, this is you being hoisted by your own petard. Like you're the one who released something that said $90 million. Um, People are free to characterize that how they will. And then that should be their entertainment. And again, this flattening of everything. We all watched Judas and the Black Messiah. That's a movie. It's not even real life, but whatever. And yet no one questioned the lies because it's easier to hate black women. So it's because you're a black woman. Even though it's part of the people attacking you are black women. And also, like, what does Judas and the Black Messiah have to do with anything? Why did you have to plug a movie? It's weird. Why is a movie plug in there? You know? Yeah, it's really a it's really a joke. It's really a joke. Check it out. My practice in abolition teaches me compassion, boundaries, forgiveness, and to lean towards healing. Like, okay, what does that mean? Forgiveness for what? You said you didn't do anything wrong. Healing what? You're not even saying what the wound is. Part of all this restorative justice and everything is specificity of the wrong and what you're addressing and the restitution that you're going to make. You know this because you guys use all this language. So I am doing just that. So much of what you all see. So I am doing just that. So much of what you all see is a sliver of what's happening behind the scenes. I will continue to fight for black lives even when black people treat me like dirt. So now it's, about black people. Black people treating her like dirt. Come on. Like, aren't people always talking about accountability? When it's time to talk about cis het black men, accountability. So I feel like people should just do the same responses to her. Like, people just asking for accountability. Like, the work is bigger than me and us and my Warner overall deal. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. This is the first time I've seen them directly, well, semi-directly, because even then she still doesn't say what. Because this is the thing, it's like Streisand effect. She can't be too specific with it. She can't be too specific and say $90 million or anything. She's got to vague post her way through it, because uh by addressing it too directly, she's gonna even get more people aware of it. So she's kind of in a conundrum, but I think it's kind of funny. She won't directly talk about anything. She just kind of subtweeting. Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on this. We're gonna have a guest to talk about to tweets about being followed home. Yeah, we're gonna talk about her in general. It's really crazy. I don't even say Como, because Como, uh, you know what? That's a whole different topic as well. Yeah, but yeah, does nothing for the black community, just helps herself, and then lectures black people, and then starts bad mouthing black people. Like, I'm tired of you niggas. Like, stop it. Stop it, please. Yeah. Yeah, but one last thing. We've talked about this person and of don't even get me started. Someone asked what's Amanda Gorman doing now. That woman, she is such a plant. She is such a I mean, now we have social justice industry plants. It's the funniest thing. I'll say this. You know what? I want to keep this short. I don't want to open up too many street. Oh, let me just do the usual thing. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That's the best thing you can do. Help us get more followers. We're trying to get when we hit 10,000 YouTube, we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers across all platforms, Twitch and YouTube. So subscribe on Twitch, twitch.tv/champagne sharks. Subscribe on Champagne Sharks, youtube.com/champagne sharks. When we get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, it unlocks a lot of stuff for us, and we can like do a bunch of other things with these and resources we get from YouTube. So that'll be pretty good if you can share this with people, tell people, hey, check this out. It's pretty good. And we have like playlists of short clips now. We have short clips on the channels. We have playlists, so people don't have to sit through whole long things to see what we're about. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. It's the best thing you can do. If you can't contribute, to the show. PayPal is at champagnesharks@gmail.com. So you can help us out at PayPal that way. Just go to PayPal and contribute to us like that. Venmo or Cash App, Champagne Sharks. And finally, you can subscribe on Patreon at patreon.com/champagne sharks. Even if you already are a monthly subscriber, consider upgrading to annual and saving 10%. Yeah, so you can save money like that, even if you already are a monthly subscriber. But if you want to become a monthly subscriber, there's $5 and $10 a month tiers, and of course, annual tiers, which allow you to do 10% discount. Yeah. So anyway, this is the last thing I wanted to share. We're gonna go more into depth about all the stupid um takes of the wannabe blue check Carrie Bradshaws. But speaking of Amanda Gorman, she just had this horrible take about the Oprah and Meghan Markle thing. And I think this kind of says a lot, because I think a lot of these people really their idea of POC feminism, and I don't want to limit this to black women. 'Cause I think women of color, blue check feminism, women of color, bougie feminism. Not, I want to make this clear a million times over. I am not disparaging um, women of color feminism that is really about people on the ground. And there's a lot of great feminism done for women of color that really speaks to material issues and real issues that face women of color. And I'll even say, and this may be controversial, there's great white feminism out there that's not of the bourgeois um, variety, that speaks about different class levels and does outreach to women of all races, not just uses them as mascots. I'm talking about bourgeois feminism, especially women of color bourgeois feminism. It's a striverous, careerist feminism that really wants nothing more than to aspire to replace white women, to keep the structures intact and to keep the privileges of white womanhood, but just to give women of color access to them. And it's very clear that Amanda Gorman seems to be of that camp, of that ilk. She says this: Meghan is living the life Diana should have. If only those around her had been as brave as she was. Meghan isn't living a life without pain, but a life without a prison. This isn't Meghan's princess happy ending, but sometimes change, the decisions that bring us the most hurt, aren't about happiness but healing. It's a bunch of word salad with the right social justice buzzword. Healing, 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 accountability, whatever. What does it mean? Healing was what Patrice Cullors used in her thing about being called out for the $90 million. Unclear if this will change the royal family, but Meghan's strength will certainly redefine family everywhere. Think of the women who will be inspired to stand up for their lives, the partners who will be kinder and more courageous in the kin they were born into. Like, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't understand this. Like, 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 what are you talking about? What is this? Change family everywhere. Like, let's be real about this. I don't support Meghan Markle, receiving racism. At the end of the day, even if she can pass for something else, she's got a black mom. She's got a undeniably black mom that can't pass for anything. I do not doubt that on some level she really is upset about the racism, and racism against her is racism against the mom that she loves and who raised her. Whatever. It's like, I do think it's I do think it's kind of ridiculous that she's like a passing biracial. A lot of these people who push so much against the erasure of featureism and against featureism are caping for her and projecting themselves into her life, but I'm not gonna go as far as say that because she's biracial or even a passing biracial that she can't complain about racism. But I'm not gonna make her into like Claudia Colvin or Claudia Jones or Rosa Parks either. It's come on. But seriously, come on. It's ridiculous. Let's be real here. Prince Harry has the most to lose, really, because he's getting estranged from his family. I don't know if they can really disown him, really, at the end of the day. I don't know if they can disown him or if they will. But say like everything goes down, down, down and tanks. Um, who's the one who can't who's risking not being able to go home again? It's him. He's the one who really has everything to lose. This is nothing but upside for her. Look, she has raised, she was an actress on a USA show called Suits. And, whatever. She was doing okay. She's doing better than a lot of people. But the platform she has now, the deal she's signing now, she has a second pregnancy for this guy. She's gonna have a second kid. So she's gonna get money off of that. She's elevated her status. She's gonna be paid for life. She's signing all these deals. Even if they break up and he goes back home, the net will still be nothing but upside for her. And she's got the royal family and that royal money and that royal lineage in her life forever. The increased status, the increased profile. She's a household name in a way she never would have been before. He's the one who is kind of playing with fire here. I'll give him that. Um he's the one who's kind of put everything at risk for this woman. But I mean, it's still good that she asserted herself in that she didn't just take the crap, but it wasn't like like it's still good, but it isn't like she took a tangible hit. In a way, she probably is making more material gain off of this than if she just kept quiet and and took the mistreatment, you know? She's still gonna stand to inherit all this stuff, but now she's gonna have so many properties now, they're gonna be feeding her residual money and all this stuff, all these contracts. She's signing all these deals as an influencer using Prince. Don't they have the kind of Spotify deal or something? I mean, I feel like being an influencer's gotta be easier than being an actress, you know what I mean? But some people try to make as magnanimous, oh, she didn't get paid by Oprah to do the interview, but this is PR. Like this Oprah interview is going to help sell all the suite of products that she has going on. Um, this is what the last thing that they worked on is. I'm sure there's more deals but they had bidding wars and everything, and uh, Prince Harry and Meghan signed megawatt Netflix deals 6 months after ceasing to be working members of the British royal family. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are Hollywood producers. Um, yeah, so they have the new Hollywood careers. They have a production company, a multi-year deal with Netflix that will pay them to do documentaries, docuseries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming. Um, and then she has no plans to return to acting. I don't blame her. This is going to be way easier. She's going to be in control of everything. She's going to make all the money off of it because she's not going to be an employee. She's going to be the producer, the owner. So she owns this stuff, whether he leaves her or not. Off of having married him, she wouldn't have been able to do this stuff without him. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah. So she's in addition to the money she's gonna make out of this, she's gonna probably make a lot of money on the back end. 100 million is what they're thinking is in the neighborhood of, and who knows how much they'll make on the back end off residuals and different types of things. Variety said they also met with NBC Universal. Um, they stayed for free at a mansion owned by Tyler Perry, and did a yeah. So I mean, I think they have more deals. I forget what they are. That's only one of the deals, but they stand to make a lot of deals, and these deals are going to lead to other deals. And now this Oprah thing's going to give them. So the Oprah thing's going to give them a lot more um clout too. So, like, what is Amanda Gorman talking about? Like, why is she considered an activist? Why does anyone listen to her on anything? Because she just read two bad poems. Like, but they've been grooming her for a while. Like, she met with a lot of people for years. Like Harvard, I guess, already puts you on the map. But I mean, she's such like a blatant plant. I wonder how many people really are buying into her. But it's really funny to see. But yeah, that's it. I don't really have much else to say. That's all I have to say. I haven't been looking at the screen. Let me see what you guys are saying. She's already new black Shondaland Asada Shakur. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised that I think in a lot of ways they're gonna be able to play both sides. Like they're still gonna be able to be independent if they need to be, but they're gonna be able to still get things from the royal family as well. You know? Yeah. They'll let him talk about the discrimination all day as long as the source of the blood money is not questioned, you know? Yeah, so it's interesting. They got cut off financially, but they still get the name. They still get. Are they gonna be cut off from inheritances too? That's something I'm curious about. I'm also curious about if that grandfather dies and it's time to go to the funeral. That's gonna be weird. Yeah, yeah. I mean, They're kind of cut off financially. I would like to know what I would love to know exactly what. I wouldn't even call the Ariva of poetry, because even though Ariva's a bad actress, she's at least a great singer. I'll give her that. I don't, and I say that as somebody who doesn't even like Ariva that much. I give it to her. She is a good singer. Like Amanda Gorman, I'm not really sure what she does well, to be honest. Yeah, but it's funny. It's pretty funny. So yeah, I don't know what I don't know what this is in reference to. Um, yeah, but yeah, it's funny. I don't want to be not empathetic to her and everything, but I mean, the way Amanda Gorman's making her sound like she's surviving some real shit. It's really kind of ridiculous to me. And I'm like, what is what are you doing? And this idea about it's unclear if this will change the royal family. Instead of questioning why do we still even have a royal family collecting um like Amanda Gorman's worried about whether this will change the royal family instead of questioning the fact that the royal family exists and is subsidized by hundreds of years of colonial money, hundreds of years of this bullshit, you know? Like, um, I mean, you should read this book. It's a really good by Kahinde Andrews. You should read the book. It really goes into how the crown made their money. And there's other books you can read about that too. But I mean, these people have no type of curiosity or historical insight outside of just image and shows and whatever. If it uh Bridgerton is more real to them than a history book. I'm gonna start calling them Bridgerton Twitter. Yeah, yeah. She wants to go to the Oscars and cavort with the royal family at some point and hang out with Harry and Meghan Markle. And she probably will. She hasn't already. But yeah, that's basically it. Thanks everybody for showing up. Spread the word about the show. Spread the word about the show. We really want to make this our year and expand. So yeah, share the podcast, share the stream with everyone you can. Appreciate it. Hey Queen, just saw you there. Always appreciate you being here. Thank you. Take care, everybody.